Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the final, the last, the finale, what do the words mean, final? The extinct Simpsons tapped out stream. Let me show you my face, because, after all, if you cannot see me, you cannot feel me, appreciate me, or, in fact, pick out the silly facial expressions that I will be doing tonight. Hello. It has been one hell of a ride. It has been, I think Simpsons may have been my first ever stream. I'm not so sure. It could have been my first stream. It was definitely one of my first streams. It was certainly the first regular show I did, and therefore it will always have a kind of a special place in the history of the TheAdiposeTV. But all good things must come to an end. Just like this. I started this earlier, and I thought I'd eat it during the stream. But all good things came to an end, and now it is empty. So therefore, I will not be eating it during the stream. I have, on the other hand, got a nice glass of water, a microphone, an iPad, a pair of glasses, and you. Therefore, we're here to give Simpsons Tapped Out a real send-off with a hurrah, a huzzah, and a thank you. Because it has been such a blast doing these shows. I've absolutely loved showing off so many incredible designs from you guys. I have enjoyed so much support from you guys in kind of like community, and all the other kind of Simpsons websites have really kind of got on board. We had a great time. Bart into an R-rated movie. That's ever so sneaky, Bart. But you've always been a naughty one. What does Willie want to do? Willie can do whatever he wants to do, but Willie wants to play the bagpipes. This he would if I could press the bloody button. I'm pressing the bloody button. There we go. Now Willie is playing the bagpipes. So that's fine. That is fine. So the plan for tonight, normally we have like a kind of like, well, you know, today we're doing the church, or tonight we're doing the, what's in front of us, the prison. But today I just said, hey guys, show me the best of your best. Like, show me your best single image. Now, most people interpreted that as show me every picture of your town you've ever made, which was obviously quite fun going through this morning and kind of going, oh, great. So you clearly think your whole town is wonderful. But I think I've gone through and picked some little gems from us. So tonight, I'm not looking at one building. We're looking at anything and everything. So that we can kind of, have some kind of happy memories and stuff. I made a choice early on because I was thinking about kind of going through everyone's kind of town and kind of finding some stuff I really liked and kind of showed. But then I thought, well, that's kind of unfair on the people that actually bothered to kind of submit stuff. So I have not gone out of my way to kind of like find designs that I liked. I've shown, like always, I'm going to go and show designs that you guys have submit, because I think that's fairer, and I want to kind of reward the people that have kind of stuck with the stream kind of to the end. And indeed, now how many people have stuck with it? I mean, there's been so many of you that have been here right from the start, and a massive thank you, of course. I think she's just popped into Miniature M, who was modding the very first stream, I believe, and helped to plug me both on tapped.co.uk, and then there's Nathan Rushton over on Topics, and then there's Duff Beer Man Dude over on Tapped Out Forum, and then there's been Sandwedge King Dude Deity over on the EA forum that's been helpful. There's just so many guys that have been, and I don't want to miss people out, so I probably shouldn't list it because I will miss people out. But there's a Bunny and Wookie over on Tapped Out Addicts. And you know what? One of the things I've really noticed by playing Simpsons is that there are still some lovely gaming communities out there. Like, if you play like games like Battlefield, which I've done in the past, and like Call of Duty, and there's certain kind of internet communities where you go and just kind of everyone's just there to kind of win, and maybe kind of like cheaty wise as well, or to call each other's losers, or insult each other's mothers, or maybe to sleep with each other's mothers, or maybe even both at the same time. And it's not kind of pleasant to be around, and it's just really nice when you come across a community like this one, and where you kind of go, you know what, everyone here is nice, except of course the site that should not be named, GameZeno, and whatever that other Muppet was. But apart from those Muppets, this is an absolutely lovely community, and you should be proud of yourself for being a part of this community, because you have picked a good one. And if I think Tapped Out EA gets its act together a bit, I think this community this game could certainly have a future, but I think it needs a bit of a shake-up, really. I think it's reached that point where it can no longer kind of do more of the same. Do you know what I mean? Especially as we haven't got any more land on the city. I think it needs something. I mean, even if it's kind of like Tapped Out 2 or something like that. I mean, it's a free-to-play game, I think it needs the next generation. I mean, you know what I'd love? You know what I'd love? I would love it if they made it, the game again, and they made it in 3D. Yeah, so you could twirl it around, you could spin it around sideways, and you could walk through it. Like those old, like in Simpsons Hit and Run and stuff, like a 3D version of it, and you plonk down the buildings, and you plonk down the decorations, and you press a button, and all of a sudden you just kind of, you're in it, and you can walk through the town, and you can kind of go, there's my building, and I placed that bin there, and I put that bush over there, and oh my god, there comes Stampy, and, and stuff like that. I mean, how cool would that be, like a 3D version of it? And yeah, of course, the problems would be that everyone would be like, well, I spent £1 million on my gun, but all good things have to come to an end. But the game is not ending, of course. This is just the end of the Tapped Out stream. This is not the end of the game. But I think it would have to be something like that to kind of, attract me back into the fold. Something that kind of really makes you go. And 3D city builders have existed for a long time. I mean, I played Tropico 4 quite a lot. That's a 3D city builder. And you can't walk around that one, but you also can. But if you think about, if you've ever played the old theme park games, Theme Park Inc., Theme Park World, I think all of those ones, you can walk through them. You could ride the rides and stuff. I mean, what would stop you here? What am I looking at? Stop you kind of popping up here. Walk through the town, maybe kind of pop into the android's dungeon, meet Comic Book Guy, try and buy something, he'd be sarcastic at you, and, it'd be great. It'll be awesome. It'll be awesome. So, although this is the last Tapped Out stream, if something new comes along, then mark your hearts, I will be back. And of course, I'm not going anywhere. I'm still streaming. I'm still making YouTube videos. I'm still hopefully being funny. I'm going to kind of, I'm entering the baby wars thing now quite seriously. Occasionally I'll just bring Izzy on and just hold her there looking cute. So everyone goes, oh my God, a baby, and subscribes and stuff. And, that'll be cool. But I'm still going to be here. So I'm not going anywhere. If you enjoy watching me, stick with me. But Simpsons, I think it's time to move on. Time to move on. Right. Nathan Rushton is a dude. He has been an absolute star. He has helped me along with Mike S. He has helped me on Tapped Out Topics to promote the stream, to give me and make generally supportive remarks. I've even interviewed him once on the show as well. And he has got a little competition that he's been doing for a while called The Big Showoff. The Big Showoff. And it was a competition, I think it closed a couple of weeks ago, and obviously I was supposed to do the results a couple of weeks ago, but he didn't get it to me, and then I was going to do them last week, but of course then I wasn't here because we were having a baby. So this is the results from a competition from a while ago, and you guys probably know the results of this already, but I made a deal that I would show off these results, and so here I am to show them off. This was the big show off organised by Tapped Out Topics and Nathan Rushton. And stuff. I think this was no, that's wrong. There we go. I think in third place, as far as I can tell, this was Nathan's pick, and this is a guy called Segoza, and he has put some cool some cool decoration. Yes, I know it's a black screen. I'm waiting to put the image up on the guard. You guys panic so much. I'm waiting to put the images up on the screen. So that's why it's a black screen. Okay? Does anyone, I think you guys might be crying. Okay, wait, look. Okay, look, I'm still here. You're still there. I'm still here. Okay, just check that everything around you is still there. Okay? Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take it back to a blank screen. Oh, wait, no, that's not a blank screen. That's a blank screen. Whatever it isn't now a blank screen. Look, that's not black, but it's okay. The world is still there. Okay, we all okay? No tears? No troubles? No anger? Good. There we go. So back here. This is the Blocko store, and it's the Fajita restaurant, and it is the Banana Republic, all nicely put together into a cool little kind of restaurant-y type area. Nicely done with bushes and hedges lining the way. We've got a good use of that coloured fence. It's just a really kind of nice little commercial area. I think I would say that the buildings have improved recently. There was a period probably about 3 or 4 months ago, and you might actually agree with me here, a period of about 3 or 4 months ago where the buildings were getting a bit boring. And they kind of releasing these big kind of square things, and they were kind of releasing things like, do you remember when they released that? I think it was a factory or something, and it was just like a big square, and it was like, oh, thank God you've released that big square factory. I was just thinking, when would the next big square factory come along? And here it is. And but I think they've either listened to the community or kind of gone, oh wait, and they've improved that, because these last few ones, the Banana Republic, the Blocko building, the unfinished shed. The unfinished shed. These are really quite distinctive stuff. And this is a really good design of it. So well done to Segoza. Now, secondly, in second place, we have this one, which is, I believe it's by someone called Schmitty. But I think for funsies, I should call them Schmitty. And this is Schmitty's Block Shop, which has been obviously put together again with the Banana Republic and Howard's Flowers. Howard loves his flowers, and next to the Shamrock Cafe, combined with a happy Easter design and a bit of Valentine's love and hedges and all that kind of stuff. And it's and that's the design. That's the design they put together into second place. To be honest, I can't find a lot to say about that one. The buildings have been put there, and they've done a hedge. Okay, apparently that was second place. But in first place, we have CX Honor Connor, who actually we're going to be visiting later, because he won our raffle a couple of weeks ago, if you remember. And but he came first in the big show off, and this is his Easter park, and this is awesome. It's just Easter all over the place, eggs and happy Easter signs and bushes, and it's kind of pseudo 3D, and you've got little kind of walkways that go in various different places. It's got like dodgems. It's just got it's got really cool things. It's just a really, really cool Easter park. And you know me, I do love it when they kind of put things together into kind of make little worlds. Do you remember all those cool little Christmas worlds that we went to over Christmas? I think we saw Mitzi's, I seem to remember, stand that stood out, and did Kay have one as well with like a kind of Christmas New Year parade? I love it when you get kind of little kind of worlds. And this is Easter World, and it's probably a bit blurry, but we'll visit Connor's City later, and we'll go and check it out. We'll go and check it out kind of properly, and that'll be good. But it's a really good design. So congratulations to you, CX Honor, and to Schmitty, and to Segoza, and thank you to everyone involved in running that particular competition. Because let's face it, it's fun to have little competitions as long as they're friendly and no one cries if they lose. So let's come back over to me. I can see there's a bit of a conversation going on there about land. Yeah, I agree. They do need more land, but here's the problem. And for those of you that watch my Doctor Who Legacy streams, let me put on my glasses to look intelligent. Okay. But those of you that have watched my Doctor Who Legacy stream will know that we chat quite regularly to the designers, Stephen Lee, and they often talk about the kind of the coding aspect, the program aspect. The problem these guys have is that this game that you're now playing has to work on loads and loads of devices. It has to work on iPhones, it has to work on iPads, and not because iPad isn't just one device. It's not like an Xbox. We've now got iPad 1, iPad 2, iPad Retina. And is there an iPad 3 now? I don't really know. But the problem is that it has to work on effectively the lowest device. And whilst it's working on the lowest device, there's only a certain amount of memory, a certain amount of graphics memory, a certain amount of processing power. And I'm sure if they could give you more land, they would. I'm sure there's no one kind of sitting there going, I've got all of this land sitting here, but I'm not going to give it to anyone because I'm really stingy. No, get away from my land. You can't have it. It's my land. No, get away. I'm sure there's no one doing that. I'm sure that they would love to give you the land. But the problem is, have a look at the people next to you, because it's probably the guy sitting next to you with a really old iPhone. That's their fault. It's their fault that you haven't got more land, because they have to try and make it compatible with that. So they've basically got two options. Either they kind of say, hey, we've given you more land, and iPad 1 users, you're out. Or they can just kind of keep it as it is and basically say, well, the limit is this amount of land. But the problem is, of course, as you guys know, they're still releasing new builds, exciting. They're still releasing new characters. They're still releasing new decorations. And most of the advanced decorators, as we've kind of seen, are now kind of looking at their Springfields and kind of going, I've got no room. And you've got to make that awkward choice between, do I start leaving stuff out, or do I make, my design smaller? And it's a difficult choice. It's a difficult choice, but I'm sure they would want to give more land if they could. But I haven't met them. I mean, they might just generally be horrible, horrible people. But they might not be. I have no reason to think so. Okay. Let's go and have a look at some designs after we go to commercial. I will be back in 60 seconds. When we get back, we're going to be checking out your submissions for your best ever designs. We are going to be checking out Connor's Town, and as it is the final ever stream, we're going to be giving away one of these. It's a UK Android Google Play voucher for 10 English pounds. So don't go anywhere. Well, Addie's back in the house. Now, this is not my face. Where's my face? Where is my face? There's my face. Hello, face. Now, this is a very cool little thing that I was sent by Sandwich King. Apparently, him and the guys from, let me get the name right, the guys from the Forum Nerds Project have been trying to put out a kind of a goodbye thing for the streams, which I really appreciate. And there was someone over on tappedout.co.uk that also did like an Addy appreciation thing, which was lovely to see, because I am an egomaniac, I never hide that, and so getting kind of adoration, is lovely. But it's nice. On a more serious note, it was really nice to get some kind of goodbye stuff. And this was by Sandwich King and the guys from the Nerd Forum. And what they did is they all kind of made a letter each. And then they kind of stitched it together in Photoshop, which is really, really cool. So we've kind of got a Clary and Addy and a little heart and an Izzy, which I thought was absolutely adorable. And if you look carefully at all the letters, I'm sure you can see that it's made out of the little kind of decorations. If you don't know what this is all about, me and Clary had our first daughter a week ago tomorrow, and we called her Izzy. So little Izzy Pose will be streaming very, very shortly when she learns to talk and to hold up her own head. They sent us a second one as well, which was this one, which was Welcome to Our World, Izzy, which I think is a gorgeous image. I'm definitely going to save that one and show it to her when she's older, because there's been so many lovely little messages. People have sent us gifts. People have sent message on Twitter. People have done little images like this. Clara was nice enough to give birth to her. There's just so much kind of nice stuff that's come through. If you look at the O here, just to pick that one out, if I was going to zoom in, the O is actually made out of fountains. How cool! How cool is that? Really, really cool little design. So thank you to Sandwich King and to the Forum Nerds Project for putting those together, which is very, very cool. So thank you. And thank you. Now, just on a little organisational thing, some of you might like to know, what goes on behind the scenes in a show. And I'm just going to show you this one. If I just take it back across to my desktop just for a second, basically before each show, I kind of basically put together a little document like this, and it simply has the people on it that I'm going to show in the order I'm intending to kind of show it. I have a little reminders to myself about what I'm going to show. I've got the kind of the show off kind of stuff there. And before each show, I kind of go and I visit all the towns. I have to kind of work out where each kind of thing is, because no one wants to watch a stream of me kind of going, I can't find it. Is it up? Is it down? I'm not really sure. Thanks a lot. Come again next week. So I always kind of visit the towns, make sure I know it's kind of up and down. I kind of trawl the forums and try and find, I kind of Google search the thing that I'm kind of designing as well. I ask people to design it. I bump threads. It's quite a busy little thing, but it's been an absolute pleasure doing it. But I think sometimes when people do, I'm entirely open that I do some of my shows have been great and some of my shows have been less great, but I do think having an organized show works so much better than an unorganized show. And I think a bit of pre-planning is good, but in some ways, though, that is one of the reasons why I'm ending the show as well, because it isn't, although sitting with you guys and chatting for an hour is always so much fun, the kind of the hour and a half I have to kind of take out of my Saturday to kind of plan the show in advance does kind of suck up a bit of town. It sucks up a bit of town, and you don't want town sucked up. It takes too much time. Too much time. Right. Let's go and visit Connor's town, because Connor won a prize. A couple of weeks ago, as you know, we held a little Addy Gold raffles, and we said, hey, who wants to get their town showed? And he said, me. And we said, yeah, but you already showed your town. And he said, yeah, but I changed it. And we said, yeah, but we've already seen it. And he said, please, can I enter again? Please. And, we ignored him for a while, but he carried on crying. And then we kind of gave him some chocolate and kind of said, there you go, chocolate. And he said, I don't want chocolate. I want to get shown again. So we said, fine, but it better be awesome. And he said, Addy, don't worry. It'll be awesome. And we said, okay. So here we are. We're going to Connor's town for the second time to kind of check out what kind of designs we're going here. Detective saying to Addy, I'm talking times 1,000. I don't understand what that means. I can talk times 1,000. Look at this. I can like a little special effect on my voice. Let's put on the special effect that makes it sound like I'm talking like 1,000. I think it's this one. No, it's not that one. Is it this? Yeah, no, it's not that one. No, it's just I'm gonna remove it. Good. That was a good little chat. I have got an effect that makes it sound like there's 1,000 people there, but I don't know. We're sorry for the recent frame rate issues, but now that things have finally returned to normal, we'd like to thank you for your patience with 20 free donuts. Oh, cool. Donuts. Awesome. Since you might have missed the last episode tie-in, we'll start you off on Millhouse. Sigh. Great. Good. Free donuts. Since when did EA give out free donuts? Are you ill? Are you sick? Anyway, right. Plot, 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 plot. There's the plot. There's some more plot. There's people talking, having a conversation, and eventually it'll end up with someone going, "Why don't you build a large cow?" And then so on, and then he'll have some jokes, and then he's going to research fitness on the internet. And Mrs. Pose is about to walk past the camera in 3, 2, 1, now. That was her, like an angel swooping across. Not the angel of death, though. That would be sad. I thought I went into Connor's town, but the game seems to disagree with me. Let's try that one again. We're looking for Connor's town. 20 donuts. Now, of course, because the donut currency is so nicely put together, I think that gift for you not being able to play your game for ages will give you, what, a bin? Maybe half a dumpster if you're lucky, or a really unfinished shed. I couldn't believe it when I saw the unfinished shed. 150 donuts. £7. £7. And 20 donuts will give me like a plank of wood. A plank of wood. Addy rage. Here we are in Connor's town. I shall do this in the style of an estate agent. Well, we can see here a beautiful promenade leading to the prison. This would be a wonderful place to raise a family. You can see the small furnace in the back, where in fact you can let your children play. You can come across here to Springfield Pet Shop with the small rabbits walking around outside. You can also see the beautiful Springfield Mall and Sprullmark for all of your shopping needs, whether you want to go Marty shopping or whether you want to go Morley shopping. They are both here. What is the difference between a mart and a mall? I don't know. Then, or maybe it's market. Could be market and mall, which is like a collection of shops. Maybe that's it. Coming down here, we've got the R Fudge Factory, because this is Easter World. Remember he won that competition? This is it. This is what he won that competition with, and we already know that it is beautiful, which is, where's that from? Beautiful, the mask. Cool. And then, if we come down here, we've got a lovely Duff Stadium, plenty of roadside parking in order for you to be able to leave your car there, and you can have a little flitter-peter before you enjoy the game. Coming on down here, we got Clausco, because Santa doesn't just exist at Christmas, he needs a place to be the rest of the time. Coming down here, we got Education, Springfield Museum, the Knowledgearium, the Springfield Wax Museum. I think we showed this design when we did this, because I remember this, because it was good, which is why I showed it. I show good designs, don't show bad designs. Why not? Because they suck. We show the good designs. Then if we come over here, we've got Camp Krusty, and a lovely put together wood, different types of trees, different types of hedge. No bushes, though. Where are the bushes? Anyway, we've also then got the Guinea Pig Rescue Centre, which is possibly the most adorable thing we've ever seen. Clary, look, the Guinea Pig Rescue Centre.
Oh, that's amazing.
You can rescue real guinea pigs.
Wow, have you rescued any?
No.
Oh, well, you better get on it then.
Well, when I say you can rescue real guinea pigs,
yeah,
what I mean is it plays an animation where a guinea pig runs around.
It's good enough for me.
It's good enough for me, too. It's good enough for me, too. And then we have the lowest down observatory in the world. I can see nothing. And then, coming over here, we've got a small totem in a fence. A small totem in a fence, which is important because you don't want thieves breaking in and stealing the totem. Where has our totem gone? Have the thieves been here? Have they taken the totem? What once was here has now been gone. I need my totem, totem. Santa's village. Wow, this is a very Christmassy town. We've got like Santa over here, Santa over there. Santa's just about everywhere. Then we've got places for people to live. He loves his dodgems. We've got the town. Oh, this is nice. Look at that. They see one kind of bit of the statues kind of leads into the other, kind of goes kind of across the road, which is a nice kind of little continuation of style and design. We've got the courthouse. Oh, that's good. Look at that. The way the statues are kind of placed with the flowers. Oh, you know you've done a good design when it almost looks like the whole thing goes down together and like you've just gone plonk. Then you know you've kind of picked the right designs and suitable designs and kind of linked things up to it carefully and kind of cleverly. And then we can come down here and we've got a nice little residential area with good little gardens. Oh, that's a good school. I like that school. Places for the kids to play. And I've got, is that the unfinished shed? Oh, that's nice. Look, the unfinished shed next to Willie's hut goes really, really nicely. An unfinished Willie, which is a good place. Oh, there's quite a few buildings to do that. If you remember the Frink's Lab and the Purple House, they go nicely together. The White House and the White House go nicely together. And now the unfinished shed and Woody's hut go nicely together as well. And in fact, I've got another little to show you later that I've never seen before from a guy called Snarkmork. Because I was nosing around his town earlier and I was like, oh my God, that's good. And we'll check it out, which will be cool. That was a scream from Izzy, in case you missed it. It sounds like she's not having the greatest night in the world. Down here we have a whale, having a whale of a time. And we've got some cool decorations, nicely kind of placed buildings. Double Ferris wheel, because one will never do... How'd you get double Ferris wheel? Can you do double Ferris wheel? I thought you could only buy one. Not that I've tried to buy multiple Ferris wheels. I don't kind of sit there and go, let me buy one, let me buy another. Give me more. Restaurants, nicely kind of curved there with a little place. What's the point of it in the middle? Why would I want to walk up a path that goes nowhere? Why would anyone do that? You'll see it and you kind of go, look, Mama, there's a path. Can I go down the path? Of course you can. Make sure there's no muggers. And off I go. La, 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 la. And then you get to the end and stop and go, there's nothing here. Let's go back. La, 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 la. Which is, sort out your path, man. Good little park. Oh, dear. Oh dear, it's a car accident. Oh no, that's a really cool use of flaming bushes. Have I seen that done that way before? I'm not sure, but I can't remember. But that's good. That's good. I like that. I mean, obviously, I feel bad for the person that drove the car. And I also like the fact that it's next to Moe's as well. It's like someone kind of came out of Moe's and went, I'm fine to drive. I'm just going to go and drive into the bush. And it's kind of like crashed into it, but that's a very cool idea as well. We've got, the rich area, vulgar jewelry, diamonds, limos, banana dictatorships, and a collection of tables, which is very, very cool indeed. Looks like a few of you are kind of getting the 20 donuts thing that I just got. Was that not a thing from earlier, or did I get that a brand new kind of donuts thing as we kind of went? What the hell is that? Is that a monkey in a nappy? Why is there a monkey in a nappy? We also have bees and trees and knees and fleas and cheese. This is an awesome town, Connor. You are a talented designer who has worked hard on his designs, who has been inspired by other people, who has come up with his own creative ideas and created overall a great place to live. So I think this is a lovely city to show off in our final design. It's a big city. What the hell was that noise? Something went boop, 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 boop. Oh, did I click on something? I clicked on something. And this has been a really nice city to show off. So thank you, Connor, for getting your city ready for us. It was great to be able to kind of share this experience with you, man. There we go. We love you. If you guys could possibly, give Connor a little kind of rating. I can see Laura's done a 10 out of 10 there. What do you think of Kwik-E-Mart's city? Give it a ranking out of 10, but be generous. Or if you don't want to give it a ranking, just give it a little. And if someone else is in the room with you, all the better. Okay. Water. Can we not, have loads of conversations about who's following who on Twitter, please? It's fairly boring for everyone else, so stop it. Okay. So, let's go and I think we should start a giveaway. Okay, now because this is the last show, I'm not going to do this quite as openly as I've done before, because basically I've now got these Google Play vouchers that I have, and I might as well give them away. So in the past, I've kind of said, I'll give you a Google one, I'll give you an iPad one, I'll kind of get it in your currency and stuff. I'm not going to say that this time because I've got these. This is the last show. This is what I need to give away. So this is a £10 Google Play UK scratch card. And if you bid, and if you win, I will scratch gently. Oh, hang on, everything went blank. I will scratch gently to reveal the code there. And I will send you that code and you can add it on for yourself. If you're an iPad user or you live far off across the world, then sorry, you can still enter the competition, but you'll end up with a code that you don't know what to do with, and you can sit there and go, oh, I've got 10 English pounds. Like that. Or whatever. So if you would like to win yourself a £10 Google Play voucher, this is going to be an Addy Gold giveaway, which I'm going to open up right now. Standard giveaway type stuff. Check your amount of Addy Gold by typing !Addy Gold. If you would like to enter the raffle, then you need to type !Raffle ticket space and then the number of raffle tickets that you want. This is obviously, I was going to say, this is worth in real life £10, and I'm obviously there's only going to be one winner, so I will simply pluck a ticket here. If of course you don't have to spend this on donuts, so if you've got an Android phone or even using Android through what's the phrase? Even through BlueStacks, I assume this would probably work. So it'll work on any Android style store. And yes, thank you, Hughes, for reminding me. You must be following the channel to be eligible to win. If you haven't pressed that follow button, then the bot will look at you in disgust and will spit you out of its mouth. Make sure you're following to win. Okay, I'm going to go to an advert. I am going to put this here one more time to remind you what goodies you can win. You've probably got about 5 minutes to enter, to check gold, to decide if you're going to enter, and of course how much you're going to enter. One ticket is one Addy Gold, so if you buy 100 tickets, that's 100 chances to win, but you'll lose 100 Addy Gold in doing so. I will be back in a minute. Do you remember this? Do you remember the heartache? Do you remember the anger? Do you remember the rage? Do you remember all the people that wanted their towns to be featured and they couldn't because this tool, this fool, took your win with just one single ticket? Do you remember that? Because I do. This was the town of Crentaris and his town that he felt he's clearly done nothing with it. You haven't even played the game anymore. And yet, you entered our raffle and you took the prize away from other human beings. That is what you did. Anywho, let me just quickly remind you, we are currently in the middle of a giveaway for this Google Play £10 voucher UK store. If you would like to enter, it's an Addy Gold raffle. Make sure you're following the town. No, wait, following the channel. Type exclamation mark, raffle ticket and the number of tickets you want afterwards. And like Hughes of Blue was not kind enough to remind us, this is not an official Twitch giveaway. They're not associated with this. They're not responsible for it. It is solely my responsibility only. And if it doesn't work, tough. But I will give you the code that's on the back. And good luck to ya. Let us go and check out one town, and then I will come back and we'll draw ourselves a lucky winner. So far we have, let's check out the amount of tickets. We've sold 1,451 tickets. So you can go and have a little look there. Now let's, I do think it's all the way through I've shown some people's towns quite a lot, and then I've shown some people kind of one-off. Let me go and show you someone that I've never shown before. Who I found their town earlier when they were nice enough to post up some of their designs, and I wandered around their town and I was like, this is good. This is the town of Snarkmork. I thought Mork was an alien who kind of went, like nano, and this is apparently a snarky version of that. I'm going to show you 3 of his things. Actually, I'm going to show you just because those good ideas. I'm going to show you his church. I'm going to show you his hospital, and I'm going to show you his temple, because I saw a few good ideas. I don't think his town's quite finished, because you're gonna see some kind of big gappy areas like this. But there's some lovely stuff here as well, because there's stuff I haven't seen before. Look at this. Obviously, the whole kind of design isn't finished, but this is the Buddhist temple, kind of encased in a little kind of hoop of climbing walls. And it's cool. How cool is that? It always kind of reminds me a little bit like a kind of a yin-yang style symbol. I know it's not quite the right shape and it hasn't got it, but that kind of like circular kind of symbolic idea really nicely kind of shapes it. And I thought that was an idea I hadn't seen before. You then got the second ring of trees going around the edge. And I think sometimes, the best designers are kind of the ones that just kind of have an idea that's like just hasn't been come up with before. Someone that just kind of goes, rather than just kind of going, oh, there's a tree and there's a bin and oh, let's put a fence around it, is someone that just comes up with something unique and different. And, I just think it was just, very, very kind of cool little design. Now, do you remember earlier I was talking about buildings that go ka-chunk? Now, I have had a moan about the hospital before. Do you remember me moaning about the hospital? Can you remember what my moan about the hospital was? Have a think. What did Addy not like about the hospital? Think. It was that it's out of proportion. It's too small. It's a big building that they've shrunk down. It's forced perspective. It looks pretty naff. Except, ooh, look at that. Someone has, Snarkmork has stuck another building with similar colorings behind the back of the hospital. And, ta-da! It's gone ka-chunk. And it now looks like a far bigger building. And more importantly, it looks like it's more in proportion with the rest of the building as well. So I really, really like that idea. And if I was designing my hospital, I would so grab that. I think that's... Is it the Cracker Factory? Someone's going to have to correct me here and and someone's going to have to tell me off. But I think that little kind of combination of buildings there really, really helps to undo the damage they did with their forced perspective. Maybe someone remind us tell me what the building is. I think it's the Cracker Factory, but I could be wrong. I think we saw it earlier in the stream, but I can't remember. Yeah, so Sandwich King is saying it's the Cracker Factory as well. But I really like that. I mean, I think there's other things you can do with the design here, but just that principle of extending the back of the hospital, good idea. Oh, someone's telling me to click it. I'm clicking it, nothing's happening. Okay, it made that sound. Oh. Okay, lastly, I wanted to show you the church. Because I never got to do the church in the live stream. I did a church in one of my city design videos, like before the live streams. I did like a kind of little 5-minute one. And there's a few of the designs here that I'm going to show you are kind of buildings that I never quite got to. And the church is one, really. And this is just full of some really, really good ideas. I mean, obviously, he's made the church big. He's extended out the walls and the fences, but he's used a combination of the purple walls and the kind of railings that go in there really, really nicely. We've got the Homer Simpson graves, but I've never seen this done before. Look at those other little graves. He's used a broken bit of window to be the gravestone, some flowers as a kind of memorial, and then kind of a little mound from using the bush. It looks really, really good. And obviously it's a little bit sad, but you do often get grave yards in churches, so it works. He's framed off nicely using the kind of archways to go from one section to the other, as if you've got kind of like a little entrance to kind of a memorial garden on each side. Again, it's kind of sad, but he's put a little stack of balloons next to it, as if someone's kind of gone and laid a kind of a memory of a person. It just looks really, really nice. We've got a kind of a Christian cross symbol there. He's kind of tucked in space for other kind of buildings, and then, kind of a little kind of walkway, very beautiful, kind of coming out here to the retirement castle, and it kind of goes into the rest of the design. So it feels kind of very organically linked to the rest of the city. But the church was one that I never got to do. But I think that is a brilliant design. And if that was in my town, I'd be very, very happy. So I do hope that has given you some inspiration to get all religious and stuff in your town. All right. Let's go look at some more. And while I'm getting some more, we need to close our raffle. You have got literally 1 minute to enter. If you want to be in this, you got to be in it. You got to be in it to win it. Exclamation mark, raffle ticket. And then the number of tickets you want to get yourself a £10 Google Play Android voucher for the UK store only. No alternative prizes available this time, just the code on the back if you win. What? Right. Where shall I go? Well, while we're talking about graveyards, let me show you something that made me lol earlier. I can't believe I just said lol, but I'm okay. My voice is going all gravelly. Hello, ladies. And let's have a look. Going over to a town named B. Well, the town's not called B, but it's made by B, which is practically the same thing. And while that is loading up, I'm going to close this raffle in about 30 seconds. Make sure you're following the town. Make sure you've entered the giveaway. This is your last
will be so proud.
opportunity. Why did everyone just suddenly shout at me? This is B's town. B has a great town. If I'm just going to move around a little bit, you'll see this is an absolutely phenomenal piece of design. There's not an inch spare. So crammed full of stuff, you want to just take it home and have it for breakfast because you know it's nutritious. But over here, I saw something that made me giggle. Let me show you how this one works. Well, we start over here in the Calmwood Mental Hospital. Sometimes things go well, in which case we leave. Sometimes things go badly, things get worse. But while I'm there, I can have a look at the hedges and the plants and stuff. I can get right around in the ambulance. Of course, big security gate there because I can't escape because the people that are here are crazy. And we've got a nice pink fountain full of what's pink? Strawberries. And but sometimes things don't go quite so well and we have to go to hospital. Here we are, the Springfield General Hospital, Dr. Hibbert, nicely put together in a little kind of medical area. And we've got a seesaw because nothing says doctor more than a seesaw. We've got some ambulances, but a few premium items nicely kind of laid out there. I mean, obviously the hospital has its old kind of premium force perspective issues, but again, it's nicely done with a bit of kind of walkway going around, a few trees, a bit foresty, a few apple trees as well, beautiful premium stuff, archways, all that kind of stuff. We come down here, we've got the Springfield Retirement Castle, which is where people kind of might go to, maybe from the mental institution to the hospital to the doctors. Maybe people live out the the last moments of their lives in the retirement home, old people's home, and so on. And when that time comes, that beautiful moment where maybe your life, it is time to move on. You will ascend the escalator to heaven, out of the back of the retirement castle. Up you go to meet your maker of your choosing. But unfortunately, your maker is somewhat busy, and you will plummet and land in the graveyard. Which is a thoroughly malicious idea. But it's cool, and it made me lol. The idea. It's just little stories in the design. If I zoom out, you can see that idea a little better. Out the back of the retirement home, up the stairway to heaven, and whoops, whoa, and then crash into the cemetery, pet cemetery, perhaps. As well, we've got little skeletons hanging on the trees and things like that. I thought that was a really, really cool idea. If I was still building my town, I would so rip that off. Some ice researcher just said the hole ruins the effect, but I don't know. It's kind of like a grave. It's kind of like falling into the grave, and you have to remember, of course, that you can't ever actually interfere with the design. You're going to put things around it. But if you look how well they've actually put the pathway around that escalator, it actually blends in really, really, really nicely to the surrounding environment there. So I think that's very, very cool. It is bleak, perhaps, but Simpsons has never kind of shied away from being a little bit kind of like on occasions, and that's a design that is definitely a little bit. Now, let's head over. Let's head over to. Where am I going to go? What shall I want to show off? I'm going to go head off to a Soldier's Eyes city. Again, I haven't shown this before. Brand new designer, and if today we just show off brand new cities, then why not? Providing a service. And I'm going to show off his school and his prison again because do you remember we did the prison? We did a prison. It was one of the first designs we did. I think it was like the second or the third. And I thought it'd be nice to kind of revisit some of the things we designed a long time ago. Again, this is an incomplete city, but I thought even though it was an incomplete city, there were just a few little bits that I thought were so good that they were worth kind of showing off. So this is a Soldier's Eyes. Someone's just reminded me about the raffle. Thank you, Wilkie. I forgot about that. Let's close that raffle. Let's start the tombola. And off it goes. Remember, if you're not following the channel, you will not be a winner. If you have entered more than once, you have increased your chances of winning. And looking down, I can see people with 100, 150, 200. Looks like 200 seems to be the highest. We have sold 1,697 tickets. Good luck to everybody. If you're not a winner, tough. If you are a winner, hurrah. I will send you your code via Twitch direct message at some time, probably tomorrow, because I want to do some Hearthstone after this. And so here we go. Our winner today is... Oh, yeah! I am Professor Riversong. Congratulations to you. I am Professor Riversong. Bought 100 tickets there, and it wasn't a bad choice that you did, because you have just got yourself a £10 Google Play voucher. So congratulations to you. Commiserations to everyone else. I will send you that code via Twitch direct message tomorrow. So do check your messages. If you're not sure how to do that, you'll probably need to go into a browser, go to your Twitch account, my messages, and so on. So well done to you. Thank you to everyone that watched so much of the stream to have all that kind of added gold. Including to you guys. Now, next week, as we approach the end of this show, Simpsons is ending. Simpsons is done. Again, thank you for those of you who have supported me, helped me, supported the channel, supported the show by kind of promoting it. Next week, we're going to start a Doctor Who show. Now, we already do a Doctor Who Legacy show, and I kind of thought there's so many Doctor Who fans kind of here. Let's kind of embrace that and go with it a little bit. I'm not sure if the idea is going to work. We're going to try it. If it doesn't work, we'll go on and do something else. But next week, starting at probably 9 p.m. again, so same time as this, will be a Doctor Who show. We could do a variety of game. Doctor Who Legacy, maybe you're featured, or will be featured at some point. Doctor Who Say What You See. Doctor Who The Adventure Game. Doctor Who, I forgot what the other one's called. It's got co-op on the PlayStation. We'll be doing so we'll be doing episode reviews. We'll be doing kind of roundtable discussions. Clary will hopefully be here on some of them as well. And it'll be just, rather than kind of being just a one game show, it'll be kind of a variety, all kind of based around the Whovian universe. If that sounds like something you'd enjoy, then please come along, tell your friends, and it'll be next Saturday night starting at 9 p.m. If people don't like it, if it doesn't really work, of course we can switch it to something else. But that is what is going to be instead of the Simpsons shows from now on. So, like I said, I am not going anywhere, but I am going to change what I do on a Saturday night. Nathan, yes, I did see the new Doctor Who trailer. It's starting in August, which is very, very cool. And actually, on today on TV, there was Rose, the first ever episode of the reboot, Christopher Eccleston style. So I recorded that, and I thought me and Clary would watch that throughout the week and kind of start our reviews there, really. So I do hope that you guys will kind of come along to that. Now, let's show a few more designs before we finish. What will be our final design? Here's something quite cool which I saw. This was apparently the stream broke, and I don't know why. So thank you for telling me who's the blue with your model alert, and I came back. Hello. This is a pyramid and another pyramid, and I really like it. It's a cool little Aztec style thing. We've got a totem pole on one, totem head thing on one, and that kind of like sun disc thing on the other. But I really like it. I really like it when you see a city where someone's kind of gone, screw you buildings, screw you things I'm supposed to put in this town. I'm going to build this out of all these different shapes. And there's nothing here which is like a one of those buildings you're supposed to have. They've just kind of stuck together a load of hedges and gone, my Springfield's going to have a double Aztec pyramid design in it. And that's cool. I really, really like it. I mean, it's big. It's taken up a big chunk of the room. And I think putting two in there is better than just one. Like, it obviously takes up more room and stuff, but it makes it feel less gimmicky and more like an actual kind of picturesque part of the town. It kind of merges in with this kind of like grassy kind of hedge stuff around the edge, which helps it kind of merge with the other kind of buildings. It's behind the Springfield Museum of Natural History, which is kind of a good choice as well. It makes them out like these are kind of historical monuments of some kind, which is cool. And I think it's really, really good. I've always tried to reward things that I find that are a little bit different, whether it was like the airplane from Toxic Shark, I think it was, or the airport. Sorry, not just the airplane, the airport from Toxic Shark, or the race courses around, which have always been quite cool. There was one that I never really got to show, which was the American football stadium that I think cork hopper or someone else had made, you know, and it really did look like you could play American football or on it, which is cool. Now, what else should we have a look at, which is quite cute? Let's head over to Owens Town, because Owens has a really quite unique car park kind of a thing, which I had to look at it and we'll try and work it out for a little bit what was going on. I don't think anything tonight I have shown before, but if I have, apologies. Thank you for welcoming me back. I don't know why that. Yeah, it's probably Mr. Chips. You probably unplugged it. I think it's up here. If I read my notes to myself. My notes to myself say go down and left a bit. I'm going down and I'm going left a bit. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. So we've got the skyscraper here, but then look at this thing next to it with the fences. Okay, and let your eyes kind of adjust to the 3D design. And what do you see there? It's kind of a cool little multi-story car park idea. Like, we've got the car coming out of the door at the bottom. You've got the two trucks that are supposed to be kind of on the top floor of it. You've got the car park space giving you that illusion that you're in a kind of car park. You've got the newspaper dispensers, which maybe could be like a little kind of toll booth thing as you kind of go in to kind of pay for the car parking. But I really like that. It's a creative little thing. It just about works with the kind of the 3D kind of with squinting. You squint and you can kind of see the 3D effect that it's going for. So yeah, it's a multi-story car park in a 2D game. How cool is that? And I also wanted to show you here a little race course. Various people have done little kind of racing ones around the place. We've had train lines, if you remember seeing them. Train tracks, if you remember us seeing those. And we've had very unusual little ways of kind of creating routes around the place. But I do think quite a lot of people have had these little kind of dodgem ones. And this one kind of, it feels half like the Springfield dog track. I've got what it's called now. But it's got the kind of the 3D kind of seating there, which goes really, really nicely, as well as if the people kind of watching the race, which kind of goes on, which is very, very cool. So that brings us to our final town, as we have just hit 10 o'clock, and I must turn into a pumpkin, and then what I'll do is I'm probably going to take a little break, maybe 10 or 15 minutes, and then come back and do some Hearthstone to finish the evening. We'll have to check on Izzy and Mrs. Pose. To finish us off, though, I'd like to go back to where we began. I believe, and apologies if I'm wrong on this, but I believe our first ever design was the Springfield Downs. I think that was our first show. It was a long, long time ago now, and I thought I would head over to Kay's Town, who I've shown a lot, and she's been a very, very regular attender of the streams and a very regular design. In fact, if I just pause for a second, I know I'm going to miss people, but I'm sorry. But people that have submitted designs like every week, I'm so grateful to you. If I miss you, I'm sorry. Connor, J. Laura Mac. You're welcome, Wiki. Laura Mac, I've lost my train of thought now. M-Chess has submitted loads of designs. Wookie, Shelf Cleaner. I've shown Mel Designer lots. I've shown Magnificent lots. Mitzi. Cork Hopper, I've shown tons. I'm going to miss some. Toxic Shark. Ipinyo Henyo. Then there was some that I showed quite a lot at the beginning. There was the guy with the drugs reference in his name, but I can't remember what it was now. Something 420. And then there's others I've shown more recently, like kind of Owen and Johnny and Sandwich King. And I'm going to stop because I know I'm going to miss someone out. But if you've been on the show more than once and you have submitted designs regularly, thank you. Even looking at the chat here, I can see people like Mo Pergola, who I know I've never shown, but you've submitted designs every week, or certainly recently. I really do appreciate it. And whether or not I showed you, or whether I showed you regularly or not, I do appreciate the fact that you submitted your designs, and it definitely encouraged me to keep going. So here we are, back where we started, all the time from a long time ago. This is the Springfield Downs by Kay, and it's kind of where we all began, really. It just like noticing that actually you can take a very simple looking building like the Springfield Downs, and with a little bit of imagination, a little bit of magic, little bit of creativity, you can take that simple building and just turn it into a full-on stadium with seating, refreshments, with 3D walls, with hedgerows, with a variety of different trees. Just that little spark, that little bit of creativity, and you can take your town from something that looks very bland to something that really makes yourself and others stop and look at it and go, now that's a Springfield. And that's why we're all here, because Simpsons Tapped Out is a creative game. And if there's one thing I think that these live streams have done, and this game has done, is that it really does bring out creativity. Okay. I'm aware, of course, there will be people here who only watch this channel because of Simpsons Tapped Out. I get that. If this is the last time you're here, thank you for coming. And I hope you understand why I'm stopping. And I do understand that some of you will go. But if you have enjoyed watching me, hopefully you will find me entertaining regardless of what I'm doing. And it'd be great if you stuck around for some other streams, but I understand if you don't. It has been an absolute blast, people. I will be in the chat for a little bit. I'll go and hang out with Chloe for a little bit and Izzy, and hopefully I'll be back on within 20 minutes to do some Hearthstone. But this has been the Simpsons Tapped Out live streams. Let me turn it around for once. I have been fantastic. But you know what? So are you.